So now I'm delighted to welcome next, representing the Irish Association for Palliative Care, Niamh Clowry, who's Programme Manager, and Una Malloy, who's a clinical nurse specialist in St. Francis Hospice. They're going to do a double act and yet keep to time, they have assured us. So I'll hand you over now, thanks.
Thank you very much. I'm sure anyone who's been at any AIIHPC event knows that I'm going to get a taste of my own medicine because I introduced this a few years ago, so I'm going to try not go to the red. I'm going to only be a few minutes. We're delighted to be here and to partake in the organisation of this research, of this workshop, and just to say to our colleagues in UCC, you've done a fantastic job. I know the rest of us as organisations, our names are on the back of the programme, but really UCC have done the vast majority of this work, so it's great to be here. For those who don't know, the Irish Association for Palliative Care, and this is our graphic and our logo, we are a multidisciplinary membership organisation for those who are involved in the provision of palliative care in Ireland. We've been in existence since 1993, so the organisation is nearly as old as myself. The mission of the AIIHPC is it exists to promote high quality evidence-based palliative care in Ireland and internationally through networking, education, research and publications, and to use its collective expert voice to influence the development and implementation of national policy for palliative care. And our vision is a world where palliative care is available to all of us when we need it, wherever we are, so we can live life as well as possible until we die. We would work with a number of the organisations in this room, such as the Irish Hospice Foundation and the All Ireland Institute, and it's actually great to couple up with some of the other organisations here today who would be in the area of palliative care, but we have not worked with before. We work under 4 strategic pillars, which are, and that all goes back to how the organisation was set up in terms of being a membership organisation for healthcare professionals. So our pillars are building capacity, shaping policy, expert voice, and then the organisational capacity. And each pillar would link in with the other one. I won't go into this too much because actually you all have a leaflet in your folders anyway, but as I said, multidisciplinary membership organisation. The reason that Una is with me today is because the core work of the AIIHPC is around our working groups, and we have 9 working groups. This is our current working groups. Our flagship is our Education and Research Forum, which organises an annual education research seminar every year. We are not having it this year because we have quite a big European conference coming up in 2 weeks' time in UCD. So we're in our 17th year with this seminar, and it is for original research. So you might take a look at our website for people who are in the research area and consider submitting. The call for abstracts will actually be issued in early August. So if anyone today wants to get my email address to contact me about research, please do feel free to do so. We're always interested in getting as much research as possible on a variety of areas. A couple of years ago, we realised that we had a gap in the organisation, so we set up a special interest group for older person, care within the organisation. And Una is our current chairperson of that group, so she is now going to take over from me. I went on longer than I thought I would, Una. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having us here this morning. I'm really here just in my capacity as the chairperson of the Special Interest Group for Palliative Care and Older People. I was seconded from my role in St. Francis Hospice to work on a project in 2010 looking at improving quality of life for older people in extended care units with Dr. Regina McQuillan, and the Irish Hospice Foundation funded that project, and that so developed my passion and interest in palliative care for older person care, and I'm currently completing a PhD looking at the meaning of palliative care for staff caring for older people in long stay residential care. And one of the things that we have come about in this group, the group are members of AIIHPC. We have groups from gerontology, we have representations from all disciplines, nutrition, education. We're trying to get more people involved if anybody is interested, and really our goal is to try and build that bridge between palliative care and older person care that sometimes somehow seem separated, and they should never be. And indeed, one of the big things we found is that hugely influencing the understandings of palliative care in this particular setting have been the HICWA standards that used, end-of-life care as a descriptor of palliative care, which now the palliative care programme have said specifically we shouldn't use, and that, end-of-life care is more time-defined, palliative care more continuous. And so we're now trying to get people more familiar and comfortable with using the term palliative care as an ongoing process rather than something that occurs when somebody is imminently dying. And so we are a new group. We've only met 3 times, and we're really keen to develop that group and to get as many people involved as possible. So thanks very much.